Module 1, part 4. Did you write your poem? I wrote my poem. Do I love my poem? I think it's an okay poem. It's a poem. It's there. Poem I wrote for module 3. I feel like I dropped it like it's hot, but that's what I'm okay with. Yeah. So what do we do in part 4? We reflect. We reflect. So you can do your reflection in a couple of ways. You can edit your poem. It's okay. It's your poem. You can do whatever you want with it. But I have some questions for you to reflect on. So you took these words from from the words of someone else, from a person who is trans, who's a poet, and how did that feel to take somebody else's words, to cut them up and put them back together again? Just sit with it. Yes, there's a metaphor, but how did it feel to do that with language? How did it feel to find your own experience, your own words, your own thoughts in somebody else's words that aren't your own? How did it feel to be restricted into a certain structure? Sort of. How will you know when you're done editing your poem? Maybe part of what you want to do for the hour is edit it as you think about these questions. Maybe you just want to keep editing and thinking. How do you know when you're done editing? Do you even want to keep editing? Why or why not? How's that feel? How's that land on you? Finally, what did you take away from reading the poet, from doing this from listening to me, from talking to me as a poet, from reading these poets, especially too? What did you take away from them, from me, that you did not know before? Has someone never told you their whole story about being trans? Those stories are out there. The more of them you hear, the more you can be like, oh, and the more you hear they are not alike. I was 20. Was I really? Just checking the numbers. I was 25 when I realized I was trans. I was math 33 when I picked up my new name. I was 38 when I had top surgery. And I was 43 when I started hormones. Am I the usual case? No. Am I an unusual case? Absolutely not. Does everyone do it in that order? Absolutely not. Does everyone do all those things? Absolutely not. You're like, how do I know what I'm doing as a medical provider? I study us. I am with you in the saga, sister, brother, themster. What? Man, writing about queers is hard. Transes. So last question, very last question I had, so we're coming together, but it was a tease. If there was one word, phrase to describe the sensation of doing all this, what would it be? And that's it. So just sit for your hour, the timer on, let yourself be, and congratulate yourself for sitting with it.